Hello, my name is Zhatelier. Welcome back for another episode of Shadow Empire. In previous episode, we finally managed to make a bit of progress here in the southern eastern front, as well as also in the northern eastern front. In the south, we are still keeping the enemy mostly at bay. I mean, do we actually have a bit of range for the... Oh, we could do another air attack. Or they got anti... You know what? I could probably go ahead and do an airstrike over here instead. There we go, there's one truck at least. So if we destroy their trucks, they won't be quite as mobile. And that will already help. Another thing that I suppose I could do is I could just use the infantry over here to clear out the anti-tank infantry. They are going to inflict a little bit of casualties, but we're also inflicting a lot of casualties on them. There we go, push them back. We did lose... Ooh, we lost a specialist. A negotiator. Okay, so we lost some infantry and a bit of machine gun. Oh, that's infantry. Okay, so it's 300 infantry that we lost. We killed 30 trucks and some of their Dart 3, so those are RPG, basically. I guess let's have a look at the decisions. Military Research Council task priorities, no need to change anything there. We do need to get another design going. I guess let's go for the ultralight aircraft. Work on the Grasshopper 2. Still a recon plane. So that's the medium propeller engine. That's a real weight of 190. We could probably go for the light turbojet engine. Give the same wingspan. Oh, I don't think it can have weapons. Okay. Oh no, it can. Right, let's put in the machine grenades in there. And no air-to-ground weapons. No cargo space needed on this one necessarily. We got the transport planes anyway. So that's going to be 33 hexes range. That's quite insane, but sure. I wonder, maybe we should put in the cargo space still. It was 250 kilograms in previously, so let's try that again. So 250, if we go for that one, that's still 25 hexes. And that's not too bad. So yeah, we'll confirm that. Then Asian statue discovered in Spokomania. We will clean up the statue. I believe it gives us 1 power point, or political point, sorry, not power point, per round. If we scrap it, we would get a lot of money admittedly, but I don't mind that. Minor worker striking Kazoo. We could give in to some of their demands. I guess we don't have the mission now to increase autocracy even further. So we could do that. To not lose more population right now. Or workers in particular. Walker agitator in Hidden Village. We could either give in some of their demands or investigate who the agitator is. It's got a fairly high... Yeah, I'm just going to give in to their demands, I guess. Disease in Sir Jody. We're going to try to guarantee again. It's... we all still failed. Well, that's rather unfortunate. We would push the enemy back there. Let's have a look at the replacement. So we need a bit of infantry, but that's about it, isn't it? More or less, yes. That is indeed the case. They got a bit of tanks over there in the flank. I could potentially get a bit of infantry over here and then send these tanks to the south. They're not quite ready to start attacking yet. But we've got now tank coverage on this entire front line, at least on the open area there. So that should still be fine. Over here, they got a bit of infantry trying to potentially flank us. I'm not entirely sure if they're really doing that or not. But we can bring in the trucks in here. Can we actually do a range attack? We can. They probably haven't dug in yet, but we didn't really do a lot of damage there either. These cannot attack across the mountain, but that's alright. They might have something trying to flank us over here. Although I'm not entirely sure. That might be some leftovers from earlier, to be fair. They got a lot of infantry in here. It's mostly infantry, though. Are we... We could potentially... Oh, right, but there's a lot of tanks there. I'm going to use a bit of infantry from these three. Okay, we are going to be taking some casualties by the looks of it. I'm hoping that we can at least deal some damage. I guess not. That's a bit unfortunate. So how much is that going to be? That is 400 infantry and 100 machine gunners, I think. Yeah, that's about it. So that didn't go all that well, unfortunately, but I don't know if that airfield is still in use or not. We'll keep this unit in here. Did we? Oh, right, we didn't start making the supply base earlier because I think it got destroyed. And we didn't have the supply area in there yet at that point. Okay, now we are at least threatening the supply lines. If we move in there, we should be cutting it entirely. Of course, we can move over here as well, so that infantry is now going to be surrounded to some degree. They might pull back, or they might stay there, I'm not entirely sure. Then, in the north, they are still... Well, they're trying to clear out an area over there in the north, but... Oh, hello. I think we managed to finally push the enemy back a little bit. Make sure that they don't just sneak past us there. And is that... There's a lot of lizard snakes. I guess we could just attack that since we've got at least some intel on them. It's going to be a lot easier to destroy them. There we go, that's 400 of the enemy that destroyed there. We've got our tanks over here, let's just attack this side. Should be fairly easy to destroy them. Well, at least push them back if not destroy. There we go, so we got another 100. Not exactly as good as I was hoping for. Bring a bit more troops in here. That's a lot of their soldiers in there. I guess we could actually move this one forward a little bit. And then the tanks can move along the road at least. And then we've got a bit of infantry guarding the flank. There's still something in here. Also something probably over there. I do recall that there was something in here. Let's... Well, I suppose we don't have the intel quite yet to see the unit is the problem. Well, at least we know it's there. Plus we know that they... Oh boy, our neighbor has a massive amount of troops in here. So as soon as there's a war between us two, I think that's going to be the end of us. Because we can't afford having a third front. Not yet, at least. So Zhate, okay, you could use a bit more population and all that. It's not lacking too much, though. Right, we do need a bit more workers over here in Albertus, though. We'll send another 400 down that way. And we know that there was quite a bit of... oh, it's the salamanders. Ah, well, I suppose what I could do is a bit of range attack there. We could always make a bit of more ammunition over here if need be. We got one hit, no kills yet. So we've got 3 hits. How much are we going to need ammunition? It's probably not going to be too much, actually. We've got 41 still. We could probably get some more if need be. Let's go ahead and do another 100 also. How much can we even have? 800 in here. Okay. Could be better. Could be worse. Then, into the Eastern Front, where things are going to start happening. Oh, we actually lost a blocker, didn't we? Yeah, we did. We didn't even get through there. Let's go ahead and get some more dragons then. And for some reason, we've still got this unit over here that is just not getting the reinforcements that it needs. None of these can attack. These can't... Well, I suppose we had the battle already, I think, last round. Those won't be doing much. We could bring in the rocket organs a bit closer. We could maybe start bombarding this area here. Don't know how much of damage we'll be doing. We don't have a massive recon there either. There's this wall, but it's a bit low on supplies and everything, so I think we're going to use that one as well as that one to destroy it. Or at least push it back. There we go, overrun. Send the motorcycles across. Send a bit of the infantry across here. This one can start moving along here, so we've got them kind of surrounded. I think these are going to start retreating very shortly. I'm going to move a bit of infantry across the road there. We're going to probably move the artillery over here as well. We've got the AA coverage in there. We also got the rocket organs in here. We could do an attack with this one. Either push back down here to open the road towards the warm steam. Or we could try to clear out the enemy on this end. I mean, are these low on supplies? Not yet. I think they might have some other routes to bring in supplies in as well. But at least we cut off the road. And, well, they probably built a road somewhere on that side. I don't know. So there's the RPG units. We are on the hold the line focus, so we're not naturally going to be attacking too much with those. These ones, I think, are going to be a bit out of supplies. Soon, at least. Although, in a few rounds, we'll have these connected, hopefully, and then that's going to be sorting at least some of the issues. Yeah, I suppose one of the things that I could do is I could just move in... Probably the metal heads forward. We'll leave a bit of tanks over here on the flank, just in case. We'll have a lot more tanks to the front, and we could maybe start pushing across the river soon. Maybe not quite this round yet, since we don't really have the action points. Readiness is mostly fine, but it could be better. And then the infantry over here is starting to dig into the forest. And that will give us a bit of a defensiveness on the southern flank there. But I think we are slowly breaking through this area now. Like, we've got such a good amount of tanks now, and we're starting to get the supply issues somewhat sorted, not necessarily all the way. At least better than nothing. Did we have a... We've got a truck station and railhead in there, and an airbase. Actually, that means that we could probably move these in here, finally. So we'll have a closer distance there. Because that does mean that the fuel needs to go a bit further. But I suppose there's a railhead in there, so it's not all bad. There's also a railhead in here. An airbase and a supply base. I guess that one... Well, I don't know if it's really needed anymore. It doesn't necessarily hurt. I'll be honest. I guess, yeah, these tanks can't cut across here. We do have a bit of planes in here. Or, well, we got the Cobras, fighter bombers. Which could do a bit of airstrike on some of the enemy motorcycle. Oh, that's tanks. Oh, right. Let's send in the Apaches as well. Oh, there we go. There's 10 medium tanks from them. Already destroyed. 20. Nicely done. That's going to cost them quite a bit, I reckon. I mean, how much are these? We can't see the actual costs of the units, though, but at least we can see that their fuel consumption is actually not that bad. I mean, well, okay, it's fairly bad for a medium tank. The hit points and all that isn't necessarily too bad. The engine isn't quite as good as it could be. It's only still to steel plating, so the hit points are going to be quite reduced. They got the high velocity gun. So it is against tanks and such really good. Not necessarily so much against infantry. But there we go. We at least did something good with the planes. We've got the anti-air coverage on this entire front. They aren't really doing too much in here, which is probably good for us. And then in the eastern front we already checked. So I guess I'm just going to quickly double check a few things. We've got a bit of artillery coming in from the north. This is, I think this is the... No, it's not the first artillery actually. But it is one of the first artillery units that we had. We lost some already, but this one's still moving in here. We can probably use it to break some of the enemies in here. Not necessarily so much the tanks, but especially the infantry. If we're going to use them to at least weaken the enemy, and that way we can maybe break them completely, and that'll be fine. We should probably... Actually, how are we doing in terms of workers in Spike? We could use a bit more. What about Spokomania? We've got a few extras in there. Well, not too much though. But I'm going to start constructing another building in here, so we'll just get another one of those deep core gas extraction things.
Yes, sir.
Might be costing us a decent bit of energy, but how much do we have extra production for the energy? A lot, by the looks of it. At least a lot was delivered from the zones. I don't know if that's going to be the case forever, but regardless, we've got a decent bit of energy production, so that's good. Let's get to the next round. Oh, we killed 10 of the tanks in the north. There's a bit of artillery strike over here. We do have tanks there nearby, so we could do a counterattack with the tanks, assuming that they don't destroy us or push us back or anything. And obviously in the eastern front, they pulled back some of the tanks at least over there. They had a bit of an artillery strike, but I don't think that's going to be causing a lot of issues. They also pull him back from there. And the mountain road, or crossroad in the mountains. Kill another 300 serpents in the north. We've got 300 infantry and 10 tanks, and that's about it. Definitely not the worst. Now, decisions. Production asset reached at least 21 from 19. Let's see. We got up to... We got only 8 rounds to do that as well. It's going to be tricky. I'm going to take it regardless. On the worker strike in Albertus, I guess we can give in to some of the demands. We did a lot more money, though. Disease in Zhate. I could try to study the disease. I'm just going to go and try to keep doing the quarantining. No, it's just low rolling constantly in there for some reason. Right, so we could start doing a bit of... Oh, right, we can attack directly from across the river here. Or we could move across... Or we could move first over the river and then start attacking. These two can actually start with a bit of an attack across here. So let's start with that then. Well, destroy quite a bit of tanks there, that's for sure. Overrun and retreat it. Let's move these over here. We can move these across. There's a bit of enemy tanks over here now surrounded. They are probably quite low on fuel already. Bringing the AA a little bit closer. The rocket artillery is probably still fine. I think what I might do though is I might do another range attack on this stack. Not really any damage, but it's still not the worst, I suppose. Can we move a little bit more of these? So this one's got a full dig in, this one doesn't. Oh, this is the anti-air guns, okay. So we kind of didn't need that one there regardless. This one could, technically speaking, move around. Where's your headquarters? I think it's one of this one? Yeah, that's that one. Gonna move that a little bit closer. So I guess we can move one of these north, and then this one can start heading to Monroe. So we can get a bit more troops over here. So we already got 4 of these battalions over here, just on a line. And then one over there. Okay, so that's fine. This is the all-rounders. I guess the metalheads, I mean, we don't have a lot of fuel, admittedly. You know what, I'm going to send the metalheads across. So we overrun one, and the other one has retreated. I'm going to move the infantry in here. Ooh, they got an airfield there. Going to move some of these around. We'll move in the anti-air a little bit closer. We got the planes in here at least. The Grasshopper 2s are still... Well, I guess it's not the worst. The Hueys are there. We got some of the Ravens now, with the Raven 3s especially. And the Apaches and all that. I do wonder if we should do another airstrike, if we can do another. Well, you don't have the range. The Grasshopper is the only one that could do air recon, I guess, but that's about it. Let's do an air recon on this one. I get a little bit information. Oh, we brought in a lot of the fighters, I guess. Well, we're getting the Grasshopper 3 soon enough anyway. This is on the defense. Oh, but now we got a full intel, so they have no fuel, I reckon. Well, we can't see the entire situation, but we know that they are 0 supply received at least, so that's good. The readiness is still fairly high. The morale is relatively low, actually. Could we do... No, we can't really attack with enough troops to destroy that yet. I guess these units could move in here, so there's... Oh, there's a bit of artillery. Oh, hello. Oh, they... Well, we didn't push them back, let's just put it that way. We destroyed a bit of the artillery. That's still good. We got the AA guns in here. We got the AA guns over there as well. We might have to pull this one and that one. And then let's go ahead and construct a quick little dirt road from here to there. So we'll get the supplies through. We might want to start removing some of these roads eventually, but right now I'll just leave it be. I'm going to move in a bit more infantry over there, and then I guess these tanks could try clear out a little bit more. Oh, we did lose a bit of tanks there. Oh, there we go. We broke one of the light armor battalions. I don't know if these are... These might be quite low on supply as well, actually. As well as these, because we started cutting off their supplies quite effectively now. I'm not necessarily going to use up the artillery. Oh, we're max industrial points. Okay, well, let me just take a few moments to upgrade some of the roads then. Any roads that we are going to be using actively. There we go. That's a little bit of industrial points at least utilized for something good. Let's go ahead and move in another... Oh, there we go. Now we can see it. And now we can destroy it. There we go. There's rendered. So that's another problem dealt with. I guess we could also start moving these forward. We don't have a full intel in here. We probably should just get some recon units on this front. I think Albertus could use a bit more colonists anyway, so we'll send 400 there as workers. And then let's go ahead and raise a formation of probably just recon... Well, maybe even just the motorcycle. Independent Motorbike Battalion. It's not necessarily the best, the Biker 3s, but it'll do for now. It's fairly cheap. And it will give us some intel in there so we can figure out what exactly we're dealing with in here. We built up the road a little bit closer. We might want to put in a bit more supply depots and such along the way, but that's alright. We'll work on that along the way. Oh, how is Antung doing? Oh, well, we could probably do a bit of road construction over here as well. Maybe not too far, but like up to the river there. We also got a little bit on the other side already. Just to make sure that we can get all the supplies where they're needed. So we had the battles on the eastern front. We surrounded the enemy there. We are hopefully going to be able to hold them back in here. And we've got some fairly decent... Well, maybe not the best. We've got the machine guns at least in there. And the RPGs. Oh, this one doesn't have a posture. Where is the commander of this? It's not the armored one. Where is that third? Wait, no, it's not. Is it this one? No. 7th Heavy Machine Gun Battalion, it's somewhere. Oh, all the way there, okay, you're a long way from your other units, okay. Well, I guess it's good enough for now, but yeah, we might want to change that at some point. Let's quickly check the dashboard. So we're still losing a lot of money, we might want to do a bit of trading. Mining robotization is going to be done soon. Automated turret is almost completed. As a research, Grasshopper 2, okay, so that's going to be done next round. Ended gun optimization is already 34, aircraft ruggedness is 35. So our planes are going to be a lot better soon. That'll be very good. I suppose one of the things that I could do, I could potentially raise one of those fighter bomber squadrons with the Wizards, which are our Thopters. Stick a little bit of machinery and all that, but it's not really going to be too bad. We do need to get a bit more ammunition by the looks of it. Let's make sure to do that sooner rather than later. There we go, so now we've got another 4,000 again. And are we getting any more fuel? I mean, a lot of the fuel production, like the one over there, that's been dealt with. Or it's no longer something that we are doing. I guess another thing that we could do is get a little bit of sealed road going from the Samto Corp to here, and then we'll just build a oil drilling facility. Oh, there's the water purification. Oh, okay. That's where we could do it. Because there's a lot of water, but we don't really need it that badly, if I'm all honest. So, there's a bit of enemies in here. Could they... Well, these could potentially move in, but I don't think they'll be doing enough stuff. But I think these are still going to be... It's a lot of artillery, mind you. If the light armor retreats, then the... Oh, wow. We didn't actually push them back. Well, we tried, but we failed. I guess one of the things that I could do is move across here. This might get attacked, especially with the artillery. We'll see. This can't really attack anything. I guess what I could do... Question is, do I try to focus down the artillery and all that in here and cut off this? And then start surrounding this area? We might need a bit more troops. We don't really have the recruits for that yet. Of course, we're not recruiting very quickly, mind you. Which is probably something that may have been pointed to me in the comments as well. I don't know yet. At least not in the recent episodes, since those haven't aired yet while recording this. But anyway, there's a bit of... or I can reckon there's probably a bit of tanks there. And I think one of the things that I could do is that one seems to be running out of supplies now, since we cut off their... They might build a road through here somewhere, I don't know. But at least we're getting a bit of ground here. We got an artillery unit that is closing up. So we can start hammering that one, although they do have their own artillery there, so I don't know how well that's going to go. We got some dragons now in here, but I suppose since it is forest, we get minus 50% attack modifier, and they've probably dug in fairly well by now. So that's, oh, that's 250 tanks in there. Oh my goodness, that is, yeah, there's a full regiment there. Alright then. So that's not going to be happening anytime soon, or we're not going to be pushing through there anytime soon. They still got the airfield in there, so I don't actually want to... Well, I don't have any airfields here nearby. We could probably start building some. Did we have one in here? No, there's a truck station. There's a farm... Oh, there's a private farm in there, okay. Well, good at them. We got the supply base just completed in here, so that's going to allow us to get supplies a bit easier in here. At least in theory. I guess some of this road isn't really needed anymore. I'm not entirely... there's a bit of black market in there. Might want to get the oil from there soon enough. Or at least some point, but also we need to start switching more and more towards the sort of permanent production of fuel and all that, like the biofuel, for example. Speaking of which, how is the biofuel refinery over here anyway? It's level 2. It is producing as quickly as it can. We could probably upgrade that even further. It will increase the amount of workers needed, but also more than double the fuel production. So yeah, ooh, wait, no, that's the industry. Biofuel refinery. It's not too expensive actually either. Except in the food side of things, I guess. I'm pretty sure that we got a pretty good amount of food excess. Yeah, we're losing almost 2,000 per round because of excess food production. So that's not the issue then. In Unsung we got plenty of metal. We got the ammunition. Everything else, we don't have a massive population or anything. Although, well, the amount of workers we need has gone down, so now there's a little bit extra population. We are getting a bit of money in there. At least the private economy is growing there, so that's good. Because we don't have a lot of the... Well, there's a commercial area level 2 already, private lab level 2, light industry, zoo. Could we get another level of the zoo in here, just out of curiosity? There's a commercial project. I don't think there is a zoo right now, okay. Well, that's fine. We'll get to that eventually. So, we surrounded that, I guess it's off to the next round then. We've managed to take a decent bit of land over here in the east now. And if we can keep this momentum going, which I don't know if we can, but at least if we can hold off on the river over here, or something, that's already reducing the amount of troops needed a lot. And then we can maybe send that one battalion over here that was sent from the other front to assist with the defense. And then we'll save up a little bit of troops to get another brigade to the south to start clearing out some of the enemy units there. They're retreating a lot of troops from here now. Or at least they're spreading a lot of troops. Which means that we'll be able to destroy more and more of them. No kills or losses. A recycling facility moved. Oh dear. Or removed, rather. Ooh, right, there we go. We completed the automated turret. And the Grasshopper 3. And now we discovered automated machine gunner. I suppose that's going to be really important or useful for defending like strong points and all that. So we'll probably get some of those. You need to do strategic movement to actually move those around, but that's alright. Militia learns from experience, yes. Military research, cluster bombs, atomic missiles, tactical nuke, extreme vehicles, radiation filters. I'm going to finally go for the cluster bombs. It's going to be really good against enemy infantry. Right, and then since we got the new planes just... I suppose we could actually go for the automated machine gun already. So we can just probably... Ooh, right, so we got the Gauss machine gun, but we also could go for the laser rifle. That's going to be a little bit more expensive. At the same time, the firepower is doubled, so yeah, I guess it's kind of an easy choice. And we can put in a bit of armor for it. How much do we want to put in there? Doesn't actually need to have a huge amount, because, you know, it's just machine guns. Like, I don't know, we could put maybe 25mm, maybe we'll go for 50mm polymer plating. Hidden village discovered, ooh, let them be. Zone city upgrade, so dad to small town, yeah, sure. They might not be the happiest people there right now, but it's fine. A student community offers to help us, so we'll decline the kind offer. Just to keep them somewhat happy. They try to blackmail us every now and then. There's a bit of siege. Oh, they've got siege infantry in here, okay. They on the hold the line focus. We could get the artillery a little bit closer, although we're kind of out of fuel and all that right now. There's that road, which I'm a little bit worried about. So we'll probably just hold the flank there for now. Then let's have a look at the middle front. So there's a bit of infantry over there. We've got our scout vehicles, at least. We could maybe move this light tank down there. It doesn't have any anti-tank stuff, but they might still be able to destroy with their guns some of these light tanks. Now, to be fair, we do have the new light tank design as well, so that would maybe allow us to start switching to those a bit more. In the south... Ooh. Right, let's go ahead and destroy some of these artillery pieces, shall we? Oh, we've got pushed back again, but we destroyed 20 of them. Then over here, they've got a bit of tanks trying to push through. There we go, that's 20 tanks gone. And we got the anti-tank guns over here and infantry with anti-tank guns, so I think this province will hold against the enemy tanks. But now we've dug in fairly well and all that. So I don't think it's going to be too big of a problem. We could maybe use the planes to do a bit of an air attack. But I think, no, we don't have the range. Maybe if we have, we've got the supply base in Sego. Maybe we might want to build a airfield in there. We've got, no, we don't have an airfield in here, actually. We're starting to build some airfields around here. Might not be a bad idea in the long run, at least. We started building the oil drills on a lot of places. And then, of course, there's the Eastern Front. But I do actually realize that we are out of time. So I'm just going to quickly check. Yeah, we know that they are low on supplies. Their morale is quite low. They're down to 20 tanks in there, as far as we know, which isn't necessarily completely accurate, but I think next episode we might try to attack there with infantry. Maybe we'll try to do a bit of airstrike there first, or artillery strike with the rocket artillery, and then attack with the infantry and destroy that. And then, you know, that means that there's going to be a little bit less tanks, so we can start pushing in a bit further in here. Maybe try to clear out this area. They've pulled back a lot of the troops in here. Plus, we've got a bit of infantry here that could maybe start outflanking them in the north. As well as these tanks can destroy the... Yeah, okay, so we are in a pretty good situation for the next episode. But anyway, if you enjoyed this, please like and subscribe if you haven't already. Also, got the links down below in the description. But other than that, thank you very much for watching. I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.